Hi, my name is Sam Dhaneshekaran and welcome to this database lessons video series. In this video, we will talk about what is a schema. Okay, so a schema is again a Oracle user. Okay, the only difference is in most of the companies, I would say 99.99, a schema is not attached to a real person. Instead, it's a user who can be used to store the objects. For example, in the previous video, I said that we've created three users, Amitabh, Rajni, and Amir. Okay, they are accountants. Okay, but then they want to use the HR data or financial data, right? So I can store the financial data under a common schema, and then I can give the access to them, so that even in future if Amitabh leaves and somebody else, Tom comes, all I need to do is just remove Amitabh's account, but I won't lose the data. Okay, so now let me create a user, finance. Okay, okay, it's just same. Okay, finance, 111. Okay, okay, so it's like creating a user. So up to this point, this user finance is a user. Okay, and I'm going to give some uh, privileges to this user. So grant connect, okay, to finance. Okay, and also I'm going to grant some space. Okay, to okay. Generally, we don't give unlimited table space to a schema user, but then the reason I wanted to give is I wanted to explain this at this moment. When you give unlimited space privilege to an user, so meaning that that user can create object in any table spaces, right? Any table spaces. Okay, but then in the real life, what happens is we create a table space for this user, and then we make that table space as the default table space for this user. Okay, I'll come to that later. So but the important point is I wanted to explain the difference between the user and a schema. What is a schema, as well as I wanted to explain the difference between user and schema. So up until this point, it's just an user. Finance is just an user. Okay, fin111. Okay, so now so I've granted this one, and let me see what other roles I can grant. Okay, so those roles are enough, but then again I wanted to I wanted this user to be able to create tables. Okay, so I'm giving this user the ability to create table. Okay, so now let me see if I can connect to the database as that user. Okay, I'm just giving a name, finance at demo db. So username finance, password is fin111. I'm gonna save the password. I'm just going to use the TNS. So that's the database. Okay, test the connection is success, save it. Okay, connection may not contain the file system. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let me see if it takes this one. Okay, so I've connected as user finance here. Okay, so what I can do is I can create table tab 1, and then I can column um, column 1. Okay, and that's yeah, let me call it integer. Okay. Okay, so before creating, I wanted to show you something here. So if you go here, okay, let me go here. So I'm just gonna go here. So here, this connection, right, this connection I've connected as the DBA, right, Sam. Here I've connected as finance. Okay, but then let me open browse using the DBA. So it will show what tables do I have. Okay, as the user Sam, I don't have a table anything, so that's fine. Now here I can browse other users tables. Okay, so if I go here, let's say if Amir has any table, no. Okay, Amitabh has any table, no. Okay, so finance has any table, no. Okay, so up until this point, finance is no different from Amir, Amitabh, except the fact that there is actually a live person who will be using this account to log in. Okay, so now here, I'm gonna create a table for the finance user. Okay, a table has been created. Okay, so now let me refresh this. Okay, so once it is refreshed, so if I see finance, there is a table, right? So now this finance user has become a schema. Okay, so that's the difference. So this user, when a user starts owning some objects, that user becomes a schema. And uh, technically Amir can own a table. Okay, but then the business, right, it always business will always want important data to be stored under uh, these schema names, so that even if tomorrow Amir or Amitabh, they leave the company, these users can be dropped, but the data will still be here. Okay, so now the question is, how do Amir, Amir or Amitabh or Rajni can access this table? So this user, I logged in as finance, right? I can grant select on table 1 to Amir. Okay, so that's it. Um, or the if this user wants, I mean, if this finance schema wants, the finance schema can grant access to other users as well, or the DBA can do that too. Grant select on who wants that table, finance. Okay, finance dot tab 1 to, right, Rajni. Okay, so now when Amir or Rajni log in, right, they would be able to select from this table. Like they would just do uh, select star from finance table 1. If they do that, it will show what they have. Okay, here I logged in as Sam, and I'm able to do that because Sam is a DBA, meaning that Sam can select or delete or insert update on anybody's object. Okay, so now that's the difference between a user and schema. Okay, and this video I explain what is a schema and the difference between user and schema. Again, let me repeat. A schema starts out like an user. Only thing is it's not attached to any live person generally, and that user will be used to store objects which will be accessed by other users. Okay, that brings in a question: what is an application account? Okay, I'll explain that later. Thank you for watching.